हेलो दोस्तों, हम हैं बर्लिन में। आज का हमारा टॉपिक रहेगा एकोमोडेशन पे। एक बंदा एक न्यू कंट्री में मूव क्यों करता है? ऑब्वियसली फॉर अ बेटर फ्यूचर। बट जब यहाँ आता है इन जर्मनी, ऐसा सिनेरियो है कि एकोमोडेशंस का बहुत शॉर्टेज है। सेकंड फैक्टर यहाँ पे आ जाता है लैंग्वेज बैरियर। अगर आप इंडिया से या कहीं जिस मर्जी कंट्री से आप आ रहे हो, इवन अगर आप A2 लेवल तक भी बोल सकते हो, that is also not sufficient here in Germany. ऐसा इसलिए है बिकॉज इन टर्म्स ऑफ एकोमोडेशन अगर आप किसी जर्मन से बात करने जाओ एंड वो काफ़ी डिफ़िकल्ट कन्वर्सेशन रहती है। आई हैव ट्राइड इट पर्सनली। एकोमोडेशंस के लिए आपने काफ़ी साइट्स पे विज़िट कर रखा होगा। जर्मनी आप लिखोगे जर्मनी एकोमोडेशन तो बहुत सारी जानी मानी कंपनियाँ आ जाएंगी जो आपको एकोमोडेशन देगी, बट किस रेट पे वो आप खुद जाके आप चेक कर सकते हो, आपको आइडिया हो जाएगा। अब बात करते हैं मेरी। जब मैं यहाँ पे आया था, मेरा यहाँ पे कोई रिलेटिव नहीं है, ना ही कोई फ्रेंड रहता है पहले से, एंड मेरी हेल्प करने के लिए यहाँ कोई नहीं था। तो ये इनिशिएटिव मैंने इसलिए शुरू किया है कि मेरे जो भी भाई इंडिया से आ रहे हैं, नेपाल से आ रहे हैं, किसी भी और कंट्री से आ रहे हैं, उनको ये सिमिलर प्रॉब्लम फेस नहीं करनी पड़े। इसके लिए मैंने क्या किया है, इसके लिए फ़िलहाल मैंने आपके लिए एक प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार की है जस्ट फॉर एकोमोडेशन, एंड जिससे आपको एक रफ़ आइडिया हो जाए कि आपको एक अकोमोडेशन लेने के लिए जर्मनी में कितना बजट चाहिए और कैसे आपको अपनी एक्सपेंसेस प्लान करनी चाहिए पर मंथ। सम इन्फॉर्मेशन बिफोर आई स्टार्ट द वीडियो। ऑल द लिस्टिंग्स इन द वीडियो विद द फोटोग्राफ्स, देयर विल बी अ प्राइस मेंशन्ड पर मंथ which will be for per head or per person price. Also there will be a deposit which is not mentioned in the video. I'll tell you the reason for it. The reason is that the deposit varies a lot from company to company or landlord to landlord. So what I have for you today is going to be very informative. You can see the word Germany and you can see the word accommodation together. You already know it's going to be important for you. Now a brief introduction about me for all those who are not yet connected with me, who are seeing me for the first time on YouTube. So my name is Shiv. I am a student in Berlin, Germany. I have a wide range of contacts related to accommodation. Disclaimer is again very important. You can read it. It is for your own safety. Now what I have to offer to you. I have a WhatsApp group in which I share all my accommodations and listings. You can connect with me there. Now when we talk about budget and accommodation, what strikes your mind? What should be your ideal or suitable budget to finding an accommodation in Germany? If we talk about Berlin, there is a different scenario altogether. Now that we have touched the topic of budget, it's hard, but yeah, we have to discuss it in the later slides. Now to categorize the different types of apartments available to you in Berlin. The first I have is a shared apartment. It is shared between 6 to 12 people. Yeah, I know, tough, right? The second apartment is shared between 4 to 6 people. Kind of a sweet spot. Then there's the shared apartment part 3. It is a good deal, shared between 4 or less. Then there's the private room. You know, you all are looking for one. So it is usually of single occupancy. In some cases you'll find it in double occupancy as well. Then there's a private studio, but the rates and the rents are pretty high, so it is sometimes up to 3 people as well. Now you'll be thinking, I'm also a student, you might be also a student. How do I have so many properties and listings and you don't? Well, that is a secret. Just kidding. I get most of my properties directly from landlords or through property management themselves, and some of them are even sublets. Now we will discuss the budget range of shared apartments. So number 1, we have shared accommodation part 1. It is shared between 6 to 8 ideally, but in some cases I've seen it between 12 people too. The rent is low as compared to other accommodations, which is ranging between 350 to 400 per month. The pictures clearly show the state of the house. This is an actual house which is being shared by 9 people at the moment. It is like a dorm, and the kitchen and the washroom will be shared. And when there's 12 people in one house under one roof and you have to use all these services together, it gets hard. Next is the shared apartment part 2, which I told is a sweet deal. It is shared between 4 to 6 people. Ideally it is of 5 people, but 6 just to be safe. Rent is decent, 400 to 450 per month. You get a medium sized room with different beds of your own, different wardrobes, a decent sized kitchen which will be shared along with the washroom. Next, I have for you a shared apartment part 3. This is the best one in shared apartments. It is shared between 4 people or less. Rent is slightly higher than the earlier ones. It ranges between 475 to 580 per month. As you can see in the pictures, it is a very large room, a large washroom, and in most cases there are 2 washrooms as well. There's no big deal. There's a large kitchen for 4 people. It's very easy to manage. And now we have the infamous private room. It is always in demand throughout the year. You all want one, right? So I'll tell you something more about it. In most cases, you will get it in single occupancy. The rents are obviously high because it is in demand and there is no supply at all. The rent ranges between 600 if you're lucky, and it ranges up to 750 per month. Too much, right? I know. Then we have the double occupancy, which is also available. It ranges between 1050 to 1200 ideally. That is the ideal range. As you can see in the pictures clearly, the room is very large, a very large and well furnished apartment, and you get everything inside the house: a large wardrobe, a television, a study table, and space for your other activities as well. Now we have the studio apartments, which is favored by all classes: students, working, and even the professionals. So you can see in the pictures, it is a very large and well furnished apartment. You get a television along with it, and as the name stands, it is a studio after all, so it has to be top notch. Due to high rents, I have to tell you, in most cases it is up to 3 people in one studio. The rent ranges from 1000 to 1500, depends upon the time of year you want to take it and where's the location. So to summarize what we have discussed in this presentation and what should be your next step. The next step should be that you should connect with me on WhatsApp. The link for the WhatsApp group I have provided in the description of the video. Now, an important point for you all it is mentioned that all properties have a binding contract with the landlord, of course, and a registration Anmeldung. So Anmeldung, as you all know, it is crucial for Germany. You come here, you have to register yourself with the Bürgeramt within 2 weeks of your shifting in or moving in an accommodation. It is important for you all to do it in accordance with the law. Now you get a direct contract with the landlord. The Anmeldung or the registration also you get directly from the landlord. So it is a foolproof system and there is no scope of scams at all. If you're coming here from India, from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, we have a strict budget. Even I had one, but when I came here, I couldn't find anything in my budget. So unfortunately, I had to push my limits and I increased my budget to 500. In 500, I received a decent room, which I have a contract for, and at least my money is safe with the landlord. And after 6 months after my contract is over, I get a complete refund immediately. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching my presentation. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such videos.